Hi, how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about your budget. Last week we talked about meal planning and grocery shopping and making sure you're not hungry during any of those times that you make lists or go shopping. Or even when you're making your meal planning, because you might have a craving for chicken today, but you might want ham tomorrow. So work around what you want, with what's nutritious, okay? Best way to save money on that is to get a cookbook, like a Betty Crocker cookbook or a Joy of Cooking book, and they just have the most basic information you could need to help you start on your way to cooking. Okay, today we're going to talk about paying your bills. What is that? So the order in which you pay your bills is very important. You don't want to pay your cable bill before you've paid your rent. You don't want to go out and get a tattoo and leave your car payment unpaid. So, be conscientious about it and make sure you're making the right decisions in these things. So the first thing you should pay is your house payment or your rent, okay? Mostly because if for rent is that there is someone else and their livelihood is coming from you paying your rent. So it's not really what anybody wants, that they can't pay their rent or they can't make their house payment. But if you go to your mortgage company or your landlord and talk to them, and right now there's great programs because it's COVID time, and this would be a great time to refinance if you have a really high interest rate, or just let them know you're going to be late with the payment. I'm not sure about mortgage companies, but I know that landlords will work with you if you come to them and tell them the problem and say, I need your help filling out the paperwork. Then they'll go ahead and help you with that. It's a great deal. You don't have to pay it back. They're all grants. You do have to eventually pay your landlord, though, The other thing you need to do is your utilities, gas, water, electricity, that sort of thing. Cable is not included in that. It may be a monthly bill, but it is not a necessity. Then you pay your child care expenses. Now, if you don't have children, yay you. But if you do have children, you need to have good child care for them, whether it's after-school child care or full-time child care, preschool, stuff like that, that's just not paid by the government. Then you can go to, in fact, the place that I went to was a YWCA, and they put me on their military list because the children's father was military, and I'm a veteran. So both of us being, military oriented, we were able to get the lower rate, which was, I was paying $600 a month for childcare, and now and then after I got this program, I was paying $75 a month for childcare for 3 children. So they're worth checking out, these programs. Especially if you're military, check everything out, because everybody's giving discounts for military people right now. Then you'd pay your insurance, your car insurance, your home insurance, renter's insurance, health insurance. All of those are very important. Life insurance is a real good one too. I would start with, say, a Globe life insurance policy. They're a really good company, and they give like 10,000 increments, and you could always raise it, later on. So that would be good. Okay, then your food, which we talked about last week, and necessities. That is toilet paper, paper towels, soap, shampoo, stuff like that. Also, if you have pets, that includes their vet bills that you have to pay, and which for that, I would recommend that you get, oh my God, I can't remember the name of the card. I'll get that. So that's that. And then car loans and the gas money to go in your car to get you to work so you can pay all these bills. And student loans and credit cards. Now, credit cards, try to stick with one if you have to. I would recommend that you not go to a bank, that instead you go to a credit union, and that makes sure that you get a decent amount of interest on your money, although it's not going to be a whole lot in this day and age. But Also, they're willing to work with their members. Okay, so if you are low income and you need assistance with your payments on your house or your utilities, then you can go to the LIHEAP website, and that is Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. They will help you with payments on your mortgage, your rent, your utilities. All you have to do is get on there and get yourself in place. They said the sooner the better because their funds do run out at the end of the fiscal year. So they're just starting the new fiscal year this month. So it's a good time to be going down there and checking out with them. Okay, so for food, when you're using your meal planning and making grocery lists, make sure you stick to the grocery list. Don't put extra stuff on it, and don't get extra stuff just because you're in the store. Okay? Try to find generic or store brand foods. They're going to be cheaper for you, and they're going to taste pretty much the same. I have found that most everything tastes pretty much the same. Learn to cook. Buy a cookbook. Don't do processed foods. Don't buy plastic water bottles, and maybe learn how to do some gardening too. You make your own fruits and vegetables. For your insurance, for health insurance, make sure you do your research. It is very important that you do research for your particular needs. You don't want to get a one-size-fits-all medical plan. You don't have to. If you don't have a heart problem and don't anticipate having one, then definitely just go ahead and not put, extra cardiac stuff on there. Don't do geriatric care if you're 20 years old. You don't need it. Okay? So car insurance. The other thing you can do with your insurance on cars, well, you can lower the payments by refinancing it, but do that with your credit union. Okay? Work with them. Tell them what you want. Be proactive about it and go to them. They'll be more likely to work with you if you do that. If your car is paid off, drop your comp and collision from your policy if your car is not worth $2,000 to $3,000 because you're going to be spending that in 2 years. I spend $300 a year on my insurance, and my car is worth $3,000. So this December we'll be dropping our comp and collision on it. But I only paid $39 anyway. Okay, student loans. Make sure you apply for assistance or work with the bank that your student loan is with to lower your payments. Don't default on your student loans. All you have to pay is a little bit every month to keep that account open and to keep the collections from getting on you, okay? But you have to work with the banks. You don't just assume the bank is not going to penalize you. You have to work with them. You have to call them, be proactive, be ahead of the game, okay? That'll work out for you. Okay, for credit cards, if you can't pay the whole minimum payment, pay something and call the credit card company to tell them you're having problems. If you want to go to a credit union, they have bill payer loans, and you can get a lower interest rate and pay off that bill, but you can never use that card again. Okay, they don't do that so that you can just get the same card and run it back up again. So, okay. Then there's things that you just don't need. The unneeded things, Netflix and other streaming sites. Cable TV, although it is good to have internet and Wi-Fi. Lottery tickets, alcohol, cigarettes, gym memberships. None of that is an absolute necessity. Yes, you want to be healthy, but no, you do not want to put yourself in, debt because you're paying a gym membership. Cancel the gym membership. If there's a $30 fee, then you're out $30, but you're not out the $300 you might owe otherwise. So it's really important to keep on top of things. Don't just let your bills pile up. Make sure you pay at least something on them, and let your creditors know that you're trying. They will respect you more if you go to them and say, I'm having a hard time. But don't forget that in this time of COVID, there are so many assistance programs out there for people who cannot work or who can't find work or are too afraid to go to work because of COVID. So, there's, anxieties flaring up in everybody these days. And it's important to just stay ahead of it, okay? If you have any problems, there are places, even like suicide hotlines, that you can call and just say, I really feel horrible right now. And they'll talk with you, and they'll help you see what's right about your life instead of everything that's wrong. So, and always be positive if you can, especially for your family, because they're looking to you to, be an example of got it together, So, go ahead and work with them on that. It's just everybody needs a help up now and then. When you are back on your feet and you're back making money and you have more than you need, then you can go back and give back to the community what you received to someone else who's in that same position that may need your help. And I mean, I just think it's the best thing that you can do for yourself and them is to give back what you've been given. It works so well. And then karma doesn't have to stab you in the back, But anyway, I want y'all to take care. I'm going to do some more budgeting tips this week. So keep in touch. Keep watching. I got these at Walmart the other day. They were only 50 cents a piece. They used to be $1 a piece. And everybody said prices are going up, but didn't go up. It went down. So when I picked this up, I picked it up so I could mark in here all the purses I've made and whether I sold them or whether I'm waiting, for somebody to pay me or whatever. And you can also get one and use it for, you can take your receipts and staple them to the page. And that'll help you keep an eye on what you're spending on what. Now, impulse items, once in a while is okay. There's no reason why you can't buy some ice cream. I would suggest that if you're going to make a cake, or if you want cake, buy a cake mix and learn how to cook it. I seriously think it's the best thing you could do for yourself is to learn how to cook. Teach yourself. I taught myself how to sew after watching my mother. And I got a book that was, it was called Simply the Best Sewing Book. And it was a simplicity sewing book. And it taught me everything I knew to start making wardrobe. I made some stuff for my daughters. I've made stuff for my sons. I have made a lot of things for myself. I've made a quilt. I love my quilt. I should show you that sometime. But for now, except for the fact that I don't have the words NOLA on here, this is the purse I showed you last time. And this is for Mardi Gras. And I have a cousin. My husband has a cousin. And she used to take care of my father-in-law when he was ill and when he was all alone after my mother-in-law died. And so this is a gift for her because she absolutely loves New Orleans. So I just wanted to make sure that, we really let them know how much we appreciate all that they are to us and all that they've done for us. So just want to let you know and let you see the purse. And I love it. It's got the Mardi Gras beads for a belt. It's got a red ribbon. It's got the Mardi Gras mask, and it has, oh, this is not coming apart. Okay, we'll have to fix that. Oh, that was not good. Okay, and then it's got beautiful red brocade inside. Just so classy. So anyway, you all take care, and I will see you later. And really, stay safe.